Welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your happiness expert, Samia Bano. Are you a survivor of abuse or other trauma? Are you tired of feeling stuck, silent, and stressed all the time? This is the podcast people from all over the world join in to learn exactly how to stop suffering and start living with more inner peace and joy. Are you ready to eliminate suffering from your life and transform from a survivor to thriver? Then congratulations, you are in the right place. Let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Survivor to Thriver show. We are going to begin today by reflecting on a very important question. The question of what is the fundamental nature of reality, of existence, of our lives, our universe? In that, is this a universe of scarcity or is this a universe of abundance? Is this a universe in which life is based in competition? Or is this a universe in which life is based on collaboration, cooperation? Is this a universe in a world in which there is, it's basically selfish? Or is this a world that is compassionate, altruistic? And the reason I want us to reflect on this question is because the beliefs that we have, you see, give rise to the thoughts that we have. The thoughts that we have determine the emotions that we experience. The emotions that we experience motivate and are the most direct cause of our behavior. And this is a chain of reaction that is now very well established through research in areas such as psychology. Our actions are most directly motivated and caused by our emotions. Our emotions are most directly influenced and affected and even caused by our thoughts. And our thoughts are generated, are a function of our underlying beliefs. So if we believe that this is a universe of abundance, of compassion, collaboration, altruism, then we will behave in very different ways than if we believe that this is a universe of scarcity and competition and selfishness. So if you want to change your behavior, right? Because if there's something about your behavior that's not working for you, that you don't like, and you need to change your behavior, you want to change your behavior. The problem is, a lot of times, the reason we don't succeed in changing our behavior is because we focus on just the surface level symptoms. Like trying to change the symptoms, trying to just change the surface level reasons for why we're behaving in that way. And we don't address the root cause of why we are behaving that way. And most people are not even aware of what the root cause is. And look, if you are living right now and you're experiencing a life where there isn't enough love in your life, where you are not able to create and maintain healthy, happy, loving relationships in your life, these results, right, that are in that you are experiencing are, well, I mean, our results are caused by, they can be caused by multiple things. They're not just all about what I do and what I say and what I think. But when it's in terms of if you want to change the results, our best bet for changing our results is to focus on changing our own behavior. Because changing our own behavior is the one thing that we have under our control. If part of our result, if our results are in part caused by what other people have done or by circumstances that are beyond our control, that are outside of us in terms of, let's say, they are a function to some extent of the environment you are living in. Things like that. Well, you have very limited, if any, power at all over those things. But you do always have power over your own behavior. So if you want to change your results, you need to change your behavior. And in order to change your behavior, the most effective way to do so is to address the root cause of why you're behaving in that way. And the root cause of why you're behaving the way you're behaving ultimately boils down to the beliefs that we have. So we have to look at our beliefs and see how we can change our beliefs to support different kinds of behaviors. Behaviors that are more conducive to producing the kind of results that we actually want. So in this case, what we have been reflecting on love, with the idea of learning how we can bring more love into our lives, how we can learn to love and be loved more deeply in our lives. So in order to achieve this result of being loved and becoming more loving, we have to look at, okay, what are the beliefs that would be more supportive of producing those results? Well, I mean, what do you think? Do you think you'll have a better shot of experiencing love and care and being loving and caring if you believe that this is the universe of abundance and collaboration and compassion and cooperation? Or if you believe that this is a world of scarcity and competition and selfishness and so on and so forth. Right? And it's not just a matter of, oh, okay, so I'm going to just pick believing or creating beliefs this way or that way because I want to change my results regardless of what might be true. No, that's not what I'm saying. I would never ever ask you to do that. I believe that we must always act in alignment with the truth, with what is the nature of reality, the best that we can understand it, right? Because it's not always clear to us what the nature of reality is, and it can be a very tricky thing to figure out. But doing the best we can to stay in alignment with what the nature of reality is, I believe is the way to produce the best results that we can have. And for me, the best results are results that produce more inner peace and a sense of contentment and purpose and happiness and prosperity in our lives, that allow us to not just survive, but thrive. Okay? And so I'm going to argue that the nature of reality is that this world, this universe is a universe of abundance and collaboration and compassion, and that we need to act in alignment with that. That we need to act with compassion and collaboration. And as if this is a world of abundance, knowing that this is a world of abundance, that there is more than enough in the universe to provide for our needs, for all of our needs, not just my needs, but for the needs of everyone that is part of it. Every part of the whole can be taken care of. The universe as a whole is fully capable and sufficiently equipped to take care of every part that makes up that whole. Okay? So that is the argument that I'm going to, or the perspective that I'm going to argue for. And I'm going to go ahead actually wrap up the session right here, and we're going to pick up tomorrow's episode and begin to reflect on some of the specific strategies that you can implement in your life so that you can also begin to recognize that this reality, that you can begin to connect with this reality in your life as well. Okay, and start, and that will plug you into this upward spiral of positivity and happiness and thriving. So until then, I wish you lots of peace and joy, and want to just also quickly remind you to please go to iTunes and leave this show a 5-star rating so that others can also find it much more easily.